You know that it's not Chad Reed. That is Tyler Seguin on the 2-2. And there's the 49 of Brody Buchan. He's on another Honda as well. And they're just coming into position is Dustin Lambert on the number 6. And then the number 60 does get fired up again, Christy Dulage. So she's there on the outside. So here we go. We go in amber, going green. Todd Valley's first race of the night are off. There we go.
So we're going to have Taylor leading them through 1 and 2. Buchan back there in second. Seguin trying to make a move on the outside, now into 3, Brian.
And it is the 49 of Brody Buchan that holds off Seguin right now. Tyler's got a great view on the outside. A little bit of dust even coming up there as they churn down into it.
Look at Buchan now making the move on Taylor on that exit of 2.
Man, you know,
dives into 3.
Look at nice. Look at that style. Maybe with that framer a little lower in these slick conditions. Don Taylor definitely not giving up. He's right there as they come down out of turn 4 into the straightaway, down the back straightaway, sorry, into turn 4.
Should mention that the top 2 in this heat race will end up in a dash for cash later on. We'll talk a little bit. We have a chance, but Buchan continuing to lead Taylor. Seguin back there in 3rd. Then it's Lambert followed by Dooley.
That's awesome. Buchan looking real good. Elbows high. He's got the handlebars on those framers really cool the way they sweep back. So he is just, you can just see the completely different body positions of these riders. Buchan on that custom-built framer, the 9 of Taylor on that YZ450 motocrosser. Suspension's lowered, and the down pipe is really cool to see.
Oh, Taylor has a bit of a bobble there in turn 3. Just had that front end. It almost seemed like you wanted to tuck. I don't know if he got up at the top dry stuff there, Brian, but...
Yeah, right on, and we could see the same of the 22 of Seguin. Seguin kind of just overcorrecting a little bit.
So Seguin with a big wheelie out of 2. I don't know if the fans caught that, but Buchan now a little bit more space between him and Taylor. So after that big delay, it looks like the track is pretty racy right now, Brian. And they are not too far off from lapping Crispy Dooley here.
No, that's right. And Buchan looks like he's got things fairly well in hand right now as he's just coming in to lap. Whoa, tucks right under her there. Whoa, you could almost see both wheels kind of slide there.
I think both wheels might have been airborne there, Brian.
Yeah, that was a bit of a moment.
So Buchan into 3 and 4 for the final time. Taylor still there in 2nd. So as I mentioned, as I come to the line, those 2 riders will be in our dash for cash later on. So Seguin grabs 3rd, followed by Lambert. Dooley a lap down. And yeah, it's always that fear, Brian, when you come up on that lapped rider, all you really want that rider to do is hold their line. It's up to you to pick your way around them.
I think he didn't realize how much faster he was going than she was there, and you can almost see his eyeballs open up there as he just kind of quickly cranked it to the left, and Mike kind of skipped the beat as well as his heart and saved it nicely. Well, what a nice win there for our ex-Canadian champion, Brody Buchan.
Well, now that you say that, Don Taylor was our Flat Track Canada champion the first 2 years. So, yeah, once again, not a horrible field. And speaking of that, here comes our reigning 2-time champion, the number 1 of Dustin Brown. Coming up alongside him is the 39 of Clayton Isherwood. The 19 is Brandon Seguin. 46, Sean Hoy. And the 112 is Cody Marentet. And again, we'll talk a little bit more about it later, but the top 2 out of this heat will end up in the multi-trade rental dash for cash at the end of the night, courtesy of Dale Thompson, one of our former pro riders.
You know, Todd, there is some fast riders here in this heat as well. Make no mistake about it. And there is the number 1 of Dustin Brown on that framer. Ooh, that kid's a thrill and a half to watch ride. And we're going to see some excitement for sure. And I was really impressed with Isherwood earlier on the day. Marentet, that guy can always just pull one out of the bag as well. So track looks actually real good. That delay wasn't ideal, but we sure have some ideal conditions right now for some
Well, I was going to say, Brian, the amount of speed that Brown carried into corner one on that practice start is way faster than anything we saw earlier in the day.
Yeah.
That was almost scary fast.
Yeah, for sure. And earlier in the day, for the fans at home that weren't here for practice, the blue groove around here was unbelievable. It was really blued in nice, and then just got all turned up again. So starting to scratch.
So we're off, and it looks like it's Marintet on the 112. Marintet leads him into 1 and 2, so good start for Marintet. Brown hot in pursuit as they head into 3.
I don't think Brown's going to take second place for long. He's all eyes looking at move right away into 3, coming out of 4 down to the front straightaway, just coming in. And we saw Brown this afternoon, Todd. He was getting sideways, just crossing the start-finish line. So halfway down the straightaway, he was already pitching it sideways, it seems. So let's just see a little more traction now. So I don't think he'll be initiating that slide quite as early.
So Brown, Marintet, Isherwood, Brandon Seguin, followed by Hoy. Oh, look at, we got Seguin now making a move on Isherwood. I think as they head down the back straightaway. So new change in that 3rd position as Brown stretches it out a little bit on Marintet in 2nd place. Top 2 will get you to the dash for cash, and top 3 will get you on the front row of our final later on.
19 of Brandon Seguin is slotted nicely in 3rd.
There's a replay of that pass by Brown. You had just said, Brian, I don't think he's going to take very long. Are you communicating with that guy in the helmet?
I just know how determined he is and how good his bike was hooking up, and just felt he wanted to get there quick, and he sure as heck did. Really impressed with Brown right now, just kind of cruising out there. So Brown and Buchan are going to be pretty much the favorites into the final. Marintet now is in a little bit of trouble there off camera with the 19.
Brandon Seguin closing that gap. He's going to try and take a run down going into turn 3, I think, Brian.
Yeah, the battle for second. There it is.
So Brown all alone out front. I think we have 2 laps to go. Seguin still trying to figure out his way to get around Marintet.
Here we go. We've got it on screen now.
This is one of the better runs I've seen by Marintet in a little while.
Yeah.
And Seguin is one determined young man, so he's got 1 more lap to try and get it done. He wants to get into that dash for cash later.
I think he's going to have to get creative and do something really crazy here. We've seen riders go wide here and then slingshot back. He doesn't do it, and I think that's going to cost him.
So Brown coming across the line to take the checkers. That battle for 2nd place. Oh, Marintet just holds off Seguin. Isherwood crosses the line in 4th, and Boy just making his way through 3 and 4 now. But yeah, you called it, Brian. We had Marintet with a fantastic start. Brown back there in 2nd. He said he wasn't going to take long, and you were right within that first lap. You know what's kind of interesting? I talked to Boyd Dedman out of the intermediate class last week, and he told me that the whole shot to him, he was told it doesn't end until the first lap is over. So as far as he's concerned, the whole shot is a whole first lap. And
that's awesome.
That's not a bad outlook.
No, that's American style. That's what we used to call that, because down the States, you got to in motocross anyway, and the amateurs, man, it's just sprint races. So you don't have any time to just kind of get settled in. There is no settling in. It is a sprint from the get-go, and I think that mindset is really coming in to the younger riders, and it's great to see Boyd Dedman take that attitude.
So just getting into our vet final here, we got the 77. That's Rick Gumby. 233, that's Brent Thompson. Nobody has more fun at the track than him. 391, Bentley Thistlethwaite. 19, here comes Glenn Brown. He's going to line up way on the outside. 41, Chris Murray was up there briefly. He's got sent back. I think he tried to sneak in there a little too soon, I think. 13 there. Oh, here we go. Here comes Murray coming to the line now.
Better late than never.
13, I believe that may be Jim Gilbert. Yes, indeed. One of Boyd Dedman's sponsors, actually, I think.
Oh, that's awesome.
311 is Scott Thompson. 787, I believe, is Daryl Ross. And who have we missed? Oh, we got, is that Dan Darini? He actually made the restart, but that he's on a borrowed bike, it looks like.
Definitely a few more guys on track than what's on our sheet. which is nice to see.
Well, Doreen, remember when we first got up here today, he was injured over in corner 2 there. They pulled out the ambulance for him, but he's on a borrowed bike. He's going to start in the back row because he had to switch bikes. Caused a red flag, but here we go. That final, Brian, 6 laps.
All right, so let's see these plus 40 riders. They got to be plus 40 to qualify for this, and we're going green right there.
Looks like Gumby on that 77 is going to lead him into 1 and 2. Thistlethwaite hot on his heels, followed by Brown. Thompson currently back there in 4th. I don't expect he'll stay there long. Oh, somebody coming up hard around the outside.
How about Rick Gumby out front? And then it's Thistlethwaite on the Cowie.
So to put it in perspective for you folks at home, Rick Gumby has been racing for well over half a century, which is pretty darn cool, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah, and he's still plenty fast. He's out here leading. Bentley Thistlethwaite in 2nd, and we see a really good move.
That was Brett Thompson.
Place rider.
Yeah, Thompson made the move on Brown, but Brown gets him back because Thompson and Brown now side by side going at it. Thompson had made the pass. Brown got him right back. Thompson once again going underneath into 3, I think, here, Brian.
Yeah, man, there is a race on this track, and it ain't the top 2. So the battle is for 3rd right now, and we can see some of the riders now all funneling in.
Oh, we got somebody way, way high. I think that may be Doreen on that borrowed bike. I don't imagine it's super easy to hop on a bike you never rode before and you're in a final before you know it. So Gundy now stretching it out on Thistlethwaite. Thompson now with a bit of a gap, and Murray starting to close in on Brown.
Yeah, you got it.
So we got our leader, I think, getting real close to some lap traffic here. 1 lap to go for Gunby as he takes the white flag.
I think Thistlethwaite's got much for him. Bentley, one of the few Kawasaki's. It's nice to see out here. There's an isolated shot of Rick Gumby coming around to get the checkered flag. We can just see the green fender right there, but too little too late for Bentley Thistlethwaite. Rick Gumby,
he made it close.
50-year award of racing, and he takes the win. That's pretty awesome for him.
Brent Thompson on that 233, grabbing 3rd position. Of course, his son joined us a couple weeks ago, Tyler Thompson. Not here tonight, but Tyler Thompson was the king of the hole shot a couple weeks ago in the novice class. So Gunby picking up the checkered flag for who knows? Oh no, nobody there to give it to.
Referee's too busy trying to get stuff.
Yeah, I don't think Gumby's impressed.
No,
Gumby has done a lot of stuff. He's done the Pikes Peak hill climb. He has done a lot of magnificent stuff. I actually wrote a magazine story about him about 5 years ago, and it's the amount of years and miles and everything else, that young man.
I don't know where he calls home now, but he used to live in Lowville, Ontario.
You know where he's living right now?
No.
He's living with Glenn Brown right now.
Oh,
I just found that out last week.
And whereabouts? Is that local to here?
Gravenhurst, I believe.
Oh, okay. Wow. I used to live in the next town from Rick Gumby, and a lot of ice racing back in the day at Kelso. Michel Mercier used to come out there.
I've heard of him.
We had like three tracks that would get plowed out right at the base of the ski hill. And that was just some epic old times. So yeah, and that's when Gumby was riding a 650 Special twin. His pegs were all offset, and man, he used to just throw the ice this way and that. Man, he was so fast.
So novice DTX, DTX coming to the line now, Brian, I think. Novice DTX final.
Got a rider messing with their helmet, just some last minute.
Adrian St. Amand, of course, he had those bike problems earlier.
Yeah.
It looks like we are running again, so that's awesome. Good news.
Yeah.
So I guess it was the open DTX, or so the open novice race where he didn't qualify, so he'll have to go to the back for that one.
Yeah, but we know he's a good enough rider that he can make miracles happen from the back row. So novice DTX getting all sorted out.
Eric Oro's on the front row there. Here comes the 19 of Pitaway. 311. That's Connor Thompson.
Yeah, that third one there. That one is a duct tape one, so that's throwing us off. But yeah, Pitaway rode really awesome earlier this afternoon as well.
He also got taken out earlier. Remember, he like a missile in turn 1. Boudreau way up on the outside here on that number 7 machine. 520, that's Sheldon Mayer. He's going to take the outside of row 2, and then Kenton Denstedt fills out row 2.
15 of Kyle Steele. He was pretty good. And then in the 7 of Doug Bourdieu, he was quick too. So he was great off the starts. So let's watch that number 7. All
kinds of movement.
Oh, nice. What a clean start there. That was, I don't think we're getting a red flag for Pitaway. That was beautiful. Great timing for Pitaway. But how did St. Amand get out there so quick? So there's the battle for second. We've got...
I'm not sure, Brian. I didn't catch it. Did Pitaway get out of the gas because he thought he jumped or something? Because all of a sudden the whole field was past him.
Yeah, he must have thought that he was waiting for a red flag, and he just rolled out of it. So man, oh man, that was such a clean start. He just threw it away. Yeah, so St. Amand brutal.
Enjoying now probably a 20 bike length lead on our second place rider, who looks like the 311 of Thompson. Boudreau back there in third. Of course, Boudreau had that little flag miscalculation a couple weeks ago in Welland. He assured me that will not happen again.
Oh yeah, those ones stink. But Adrian St. Amand on the Suzuki, number 94, leading the pack. 311.
Thompson back there in second, followed by Boudreau. Oh, we got a battle shaping up for that 4th position, I think. That might be Steele and Denstedt. We'll have to wait till they come around here and try and catch the numbers.
The pack, we're watching 91 of Denstedt, and back to Adrian St. Amand out of Burlington, Ontario. About an hour away from this racetrack.
So St. Amand looking pretty consistent as he goes into those corners. He's almost two-wheeling it, Brian. We got that rider back there in second. Thompson, that back end steps out just a little bit as they go in, but St. Amand doing a good job of keeping those wheels in line so far.
You can really see the traction versus this afternoon, where St. Amand was completely cranked over sideways. Here just tracking much better. Coming into turn 1, able to get a bit more of a drift going. Just showing, Todd, that this traction is it's really moist out there. So I think as the night develops, we're going to see this dry out and a little bit more slide into the turns. Steel shoes dragging for St. Amand, takes the white flag. 1 lap to go.
Nice. Coming up on some lap traffic here again. We just want that lap rider to hold their line. Looks like they indeed do.
Nice to see Suzuki out here up front. The brand has struggled a bit and pulled out of a few different avenues of racing, and always had a soft spot for the Yellow Brigade, and great to see St. Amand flying the yellow colors to victory here tonight.
So your top 3, St. Amand, Thompson, and Boudreau. I think St. Amand's going to come around for a checkered flag. I kind of hope at this point we would skip the checkered flags just to keep the program moving, but
here we go. Adrian's going to pick it up. Nice. It's just a great feeling for a rider to have that checkered flag.
I wouldn't know. You know what I've got? A whole bunch of 6th place plaques.
You know what, dude? Someone's got to come 6th.
That's right.
It's pretty respectable.
I was pushing the top 5 along.
Out of 6 guys.
A couple times.
Pretty awesome, though. Just being out here and competing, it's a whole lot of fun.
When your nickname is Tumblin' Todd, that tells me how the racing career went.
Well, hell,
yeah.
At least you had a nickname.
Yeah, well, the nickname wasn't Checkered Flag Todd. It was Tumblin' Todd, so.
Well, hey, for no lack of trying, Toddy.
That's right. You don't know how fast you can go until you crash, right?
You found your calling out because you can talk fast.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Dang straight. All right, so here we go. We got another class, and that's what I love about flat track. It just races start rolling through in the intermediate. This is a stepping stone to the expert class, ladies and gentlemen. So these guys are all hungry, and like you said earlier, Todd was saying that a lot of these guys are just up from novice into intermediate, So they're hungry to show what they got. Some of them are established intermediate riders that are just hungry to get to pro, so they just want to get these races out of the way and get those points to get up to that expert / pro ranking.
Yeah.
And then that opens a lot more doors for them if they want to go down south.
For sure. We got Justin Crum on the 74 coming way up the track here. We got the 909, that's Rod Scott. 31, that's Jeff Oroz. 36, Craig Hunt. 38, I guess Hunt went in, they thought it was an 8, I think, because they did through Isherwood.
Yeah, right.
38,
38,
so
36, they're close.
yeah. 290, Logan Wilson. Keep your eye on, of course, on the 13 of Boyd Dedman. And remember, we made note of it, Brian, last week. If you keep your eye on Boyd Dedman, he'll be coming out of turn 4, and you'll see him looking all the way down into turn 1 and 2. So, and we got Taya Little. Remember, she had problems. She went off the track.
Right.
She's coming from row 2.
Yeah.
And I know she's got some sponsors in here watching her tonight, so she'll be putting on a show back there. Don't you worry.
Yeah, she won one heat race earlier. The 74, though, of McClellan, he's got a good-looking bike, and he was good off the start. Oh, and he wheelies and totally duffs it. Oops.
So rough start.
Yeah, there he goes.
Rough start from Crum. So I think you've already got Dedman out front on that 13 machine, and that is possibly bad news for the rest of our riders out here.
So we're working on a 2-second time delay there. So I got a little ahead of myself there.
Amazing predictions, Brian.
Yeah, man, I got a crystal ball, man.
Logan Wilson now slides his way into second on the exit of 2. So Wilson into second. I believe that's Scott back there fighting. Is that Isherwood? Yeah, Scott and Isherwood fighting over that third position. The 909 and the 38. Jeff Oro close behind.
That's what we like to see. All those bikes in frame. That is awesome. And yeah, nice follow through there. As we see these intermediates all hungry to make a name for themselves and gain new sponsors, Todd. And it's quite important to get these finishes and bring that to the table for future sponsorship.
We got Jesse Isherwood taking the outside all the way around, and he gets a good drive, but we still got riders getting under him. Oroz has just made his way past, I think. As that's going on, of course, Dedman is all alone out front, and he's got to be loving that.
Wow.
Little...
Check is racing out for second, Todd.
Yeah. Oh.
5 abreast into turn 1.
Logan Wilson just got shuffled back huge. He was in second, and now he's all of a sudden finding himself in the battle for 5th position.
I like the 909 of Roderick Scott. Scott is starting to make a move right now on Jeff Oroz. On the 909, the danger man. Checkered flag on his leathers into turn 1. Taking that wider line, Todd. He was making it work for him in the afternoon program, but this track has changed so much that all that they have learned this afternoon is out the window. This is a new day, a new track under the lights shortly, and it is Boyd Dedman on the 13 starting to get a real good lead.
Okay, watch Dedman on the exit of 4 this time, Brian, and we can see him staring down into corner 1, and there is no rider that does it quite as much as he does, and it's obviously working out for him.
Yeah, it's so noticeable the way he looks ahead. Like we said last week, that's the first thing you learn in any performance racing or driving school is to look ahead, and Dedman's really taken that to heart, and it's stuck with him because, yeah, he's looking he's already looking at the checkered flag halfway through the corner.
So Tyler Brown in 4th, but he's under heat now from Logan Wilson because Wilson isn't so happy. He got shuffled back. He was having, Tyler Brown, as I start talking about him, almost goes off the top of turn 2 there. So our leader just making their way into 3 and 4, going to come around to get the white flag. One more to go for Dedman. Then it's Oroz. Scott Wilson makes his way back up into 4th.
The 909 of Roderick Scott was hinged in the middle there.
that's not a good thing, Brian.
No, and he's in 3rd, so I don't think he's going to get to 2nd. But Boyd Dedman on the 13. Those nice fluorescent green gloves coming around.
So that's
a sigh of relief for him.
That's 3 national wins in a row for Dedman, and of course we didn't call Taya Little's name. She didn't have a charge through the pack like I was expecting. But the good news is in the next one she'll be starting on the front row. So, but yeah, that was a heck of a battle back there for that 3rd, 4th, 5th position. Poor, like I said, Logan Wilson at one point in 2nd place, and half a lap later he found himself in 5th. So Boyd Dedman, ladies and gentlemen, taking the checkers. Good on that young man. That's 3 national races in a row where he's taken the victory.
What is he, 14?
I'm not sure how old Boyd would be. He's probably 14, 15, somewhere in there, yeah.
But he's starting to really grow into those feet of his. He's turning a tall, lanky kid, and yeah, he's developing. So this is a rider to watch for in the future for sure, Todd, with these skill set. How do you think he'd do if he had a chance to get up there into the pro class? And will this qualify him for the Dash for Cash later tonight?
I would have to go back to...
I believe it does.
Yeah, well, it goes back to they said the heat race winners from earlier in the open heat. I know Taya Little won one, and actually Logan Wilson won the other one on the framer. So if I was given the correct rules, then it will be Taya Little and Logan Wilson later on joining the experts if they wish.
Oh, would have been interesting to see Dedman out there too, huh?
Yeah, no kidding. So yeah, no, great racing so far, and man, that track is tacky. And it's unfortunate. I just want to give a shout out while we're up here talking that I saw Shane Corbeil earlier coming in with a family, and Shane, normally one of our top intermediate riders, he's got the Outlaws here visiting from Michigan. They made it across a bridge for the first time in a year and a half, so he's taken a nice evening to hang out with them, and he's going to be a spectator tonight. But glad you guys made it out here tonight.
Yeah, good on you. And okay, so we've got the 1 KTM ATV out on track. Where are the rest of the fellas?
I don't know. ATV production is supposed to be coming to the line.
Okay, here we got another guy coming up out of the staging area, so good. Need get a good, yeah, we need a nice side view here of the start. We can, it's hard from the front end to get a relation on the starting line.
So 15 is David English. You said that KTM came out first. Number 5.
Yes.
That's Jamie Bird. It's tough with these ATVs for all those places they could put numbers that lots of times we can't read them. Like the one in the middle there right now. I'm not sure what number that is.
Those are like those peel and sticks you get for your mailbox. It's a 849. And that KTM, that's a blast from the past because they haven't made the quad for a while. So it's nice to see that KTM in the middle there.
Look at that.
Yeah. They got tons of traction, these guys.
No kidding.
Whoa, that's a way to get a whole shot.
The 849 doing everybody a favor. Looks like he's got a brake light hooked up.
Man, oh man, he's got some nice skills. Whoa, up on 3 wheels, crossing the finish line.
Yeah, these guys are nuts.
I love it.
So that 849 is John Mineski. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. I apologize, John. Then we've got English and Bird there back battling. Oh yeah, he's got that front left wheel in the air for sure every time he exits that corner. These guys do not. Maybe being a little safer perhaps, Brian.
Yeah, let's see. We stick with them here. We're going to see that.
Whoa.
There's that front wheel. There's that front wheel up in the air. Just awesome. Yeah. A little bit of body English.
Hashtag showboat.
Wow. Hashtag totally awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think he's putting on a little bit of a show for the fans here, and we don't mind at all.
Looks like that. Looks like that inside rear is still coming up. Yeah. So he's got both inside. See daylight under both those inside wheels.
Look at this battle we got going on here between Bird and English. Oh, we got one of our riders going off the track. I believe that was English. Just talking about that.
At least he did a shoulder check as he come back out of the hole there. Just disappeared.
Shoulder check. I think I saw a left signal light.
Yeah. Hand signal.
So the good news is with a track like this, Brian, is the fact that there is no wall at the end of the track, and they do have that runoff available to them.
So John Rumleski on the KTM. Putting on a bit of a clinic out here on that bad boy. That is pretty cool. He is just sliding that thing perfectly. That ain't hinged in the middle, Todd.
No, and he's going to be out here later on in our open class, and that's where we're going to have Peter Grissom with that R1 engine. So we'll see.
That thing's worth the price of admission just to listen to that thing go.
Yeah. Is that KTM going to have it in for Grissom's machine at that point?
I'd have to sadly say a hard no.
Yeah.
You said another rider here's got a Ninja motor shoehorned in.
Well, yeah, not here tonight,
right,
unfortunately, but I think that machine was just a little too much for Welland a couple weeks ago.
I hope we get to see that before the year's out. Have a couple of those, an R1 versus a Ninja in these ATV chassis. That's totally cool. And yeah, like we were saying earlier, a few nights in the garage to make that work out.
Yeah,
that's not just a bolt-in kit.
No kidding.
A little bit of grinding, welding, and some sweet fabricating to make all that go down. So I love the ATV. That was a fun race,
I think. So we're just getting into our Expert DTX final, and if you look at our points after one round, we've got Don Taylor leading after taking the victory, of course. Hunter Bauer in second, but he is racing tonight in Weedsport, New York. So that is good news for Dustin Brown because he hopes to move up. And Doug Lawrence is also not available tonight. Neither is Dave Pouliot. So Seguin has some time to make up a whole bunch of ground here, Brian, because three of the riders ahead of him did not make the trip here tonight for various reasons.
It opens the doors for a lot of those other guys down there to gain some points. Which is pretty nice. Now, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some fast riders on the track right now.
So Dustin Brown's going to bring him up to the line first. Didn't see who pulled in beside him there. I see that's the 22 of Tyler Seguin, third on the line. And it's Donnie Taylor down on the inside. That's who I missed. 19 of Brandon Seguin's in there as well. 39 is Isherwood. 6, Dustin Lambert. Back here lining up on row 2, I think we're going to have the 112 of Marin Tet. 46 is Sean Hoy. 391 Bentley Thistlethwaite. And the 60 of Christy Dooley.
This is the DTX Expert Final. Brian Coster and Todd Valley bringing you the action live on Fox Sports Racing and Flow Racing. Wonderful to have them as our broadcast partners, Todd, and thank you all for joining us and all the great fans that have come out tonight to line the track. We are going green, Todd! Yeah! Oh, there's that 2-minute delay. Now we're going green.
Looks like Donnie Taylor from the inside going to lead him through 1 and 2. Dustin Brown in hot pursuit, and Tyler Seguin right there as well as I head into 3.
Look at the outside elbow on Brown. He rides that DTX plate nice. But that number 9 of Don Taylor, a legend, future Hall of Famer. And Seguin, look at Seguin on the 22, Todd. He came in there hot as blazes, and he's got that inside peak.
Yeah, he does that cross-up move we talked about earlier, Brian, up on the banking, and now he ducks down to the inside.
Nice, as Brown initiates the slide a bit further on the outside. Seguin holding it just nice. A pair of Hondas battling with the 9 Yamaha out front of Taylor.
So Taylor with about a 10 bike length lead on that battle behind him. Brown maybe safely in second now. Seguin trying to make up some ground.
And a nice battle for 4th in behind them. Isherwood there looking really nice with that classic elbow up.
Oh, they're 3 wide up too, Brian.
And Isherwood takes a peek over.
Yeah.
Maritette's right there, and there's the 19 of
Brandon Seguin right there as well.
Yeah.
So a heck of a battle from those 3 youngsters.
A pair of Seguins in the top 6. A little bit of dust forming now. The rider's starting to get a little more creative using that outside line. Isherwood goes wide and opens it up for Maritet. So a big night for Maritet. Don Taylor on that number 9 Yamaha leading the way.
One of our riders going off the track. He didn't get it on camera. That was Bentley Thistlethwaite. Cowie. But again, that runoff is a godsend at this point. So Maritet, I think, safely in 4th position right now. Hell of a battle going on between Brandon and Seguin and Isherwood as Seguin moves up the inside.
Isherwood's not going to like this one bit. If he can do that crisscross, and I think he is, Todd, coming down the front straight. Oh, but no, just held off for now.
Could Seguin ever get that bike sideways going into turn one? It doesn't even seem possible with this grip rate here right now, Brian.
And there's Donnie Taylor. Think he's having fun? And look at Dustin Brown, very aggressive on the number one, sitting in second. Got a little bit of breathing room to the 22 of Tyler Seguin, but now Brown starting to inch up a little bit on our leader, Donnie Taylor.
Yeah, he is closing as they come up on the lap rider. Bentley Zisselwade, of course, he had that off-track excursion. Brown now within about 5 bike lengths. That's the closest he's been since the start, Brian.
Yeah, when we pan back and see Brown, all you see him doing is looking ahead. He's looking for the hole. He is studying Taylor right now every lap, and Scott, I think he may be able to get a chance to throw a wheel in there. I don't know.
So we got, looks like we're probably coming up on 2 laps to go here, Brian. So if Brown's got anything left in the tank, you better find a way to get to the track real quick.
Man, those laps just seem to go by so fast. Time flies when you're having fun. Brown way down on the inside, having a look. I like that switch up. Now he just drift it wide and carry that speed into turn 3 and just put the hammer down. Show Donnie Taylor a wheel. Let's go.
1 lap to go. Donnie Taylor looking to go wire to wire. There's no way Brown wants to let this happen. As they head into 3, Taylor still with about 5 bike lengths on Brown.
Brown trying everything, but too little, too late. Taylor has a little look over, and it's, just by a bike length.
So Taylor with a great run.
Yeah,
over
sure.
our reigning champion Brown. Tyler Seguin third.
I wanted
for a heel clicker.
I'm happy for Taylor, but just wanted to see some good racing there. Bring it right to the wire, but you know that was a veteran play there for Donnie Taylor.
Just going to throw it to commercial here, Brian.
All right, thanks for joining, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Humberstone Raceway here in Port Colbourne, Ontario, just stone's throw from Niagara Falls. And it's great to have the motorcycles on this dirt track. Normally it's cars racing here, hence the sweet bank. And this is the DTX novice class we have up on the line, and this is the final, Todd. And we saw some, open novice. We saw some really good racing earlier on. And the 94, one of the favorites, St. Amand, second row, because his bike died in the heat, and he gets a good run into turn 1.
Looks like we got a red flag coming out here, Brian. I couldn't tell. There were so many that moved all at the same time there. I'm not sure who we're going to get on this one. Let's see how this one plays out, but unfortunately somebody, at least one person, will be going to the back row. And hopefully they all get woed up here, to use a racing term, I guess. Woed up.
So the lights are on now as we get into darkness. So always adds a little bit more atmosphere as we get into the dark.
Ambiance.
Yes.
Ambiance.
Yes. So lighting is everything.
Well, we got problems on the Thompson bike, trying to get that refired.
I know the refs give them ample time, which is great. Come on, buddy, get that thing. These 4-strokes sometimes are a bit of a bear.
They don't like starting when they're warm, do they? Or cold, really.
Yeah.
I think this
bit of a black art, especially when you're kind of feeling pressured and panicked.
Yeah, nothing goes good when you panic.
No, you definitely get it in neutral, dude. There's no way. These things don't start in gear. Yeah. It's like, it's just, you got to get neutral right away, or you're just basically wasting a kick. So we got a man out here maybe gonna help hold him, stabilize him. And what about a bump start? There it is. That's all it took. Just stick that thing in nooch. And he's going to start backwards.
That's a penalty.
You got to start backwards with your hand on your head.
Yeah, blindfolded.
So, yeah, I used to race watercraft for a couple of years, and when you jump to start, you'd have to start with your hand on your head.
Really? Yeah. Was a race series put on by Mr. Rogers, or?
It's pretty cool because you need 2 guys to hold the back of the team.
We're ready to go green here, Brian. Who's going to lead him into turn 1?
We talked about the starts for 7, but he just got swallowed up here in this one.
did indeed. St. Amand now. Look at St. Amand making that move up into about third as I hit into 3 and 4 for the first time.
Not too shabby from second row.
That's Denstead, I believe, on the 91 out front.
Denstead
Followed by, I think that's Oros on the 93, and then St. Amand in hot pursuit back there in third.
And there's a good battle there between Bordeaux and
Boudreau and Thompson after Thompson got that bike going, yeah. Oh, we got all kinds of action in turn 1 here, Brian. St. Amand now pulling up beside. Going for second.
Awesome, yes. Nice pass right there.
Oh,
for Adrian St. Amand. And he's challenging for the lead right now, Todd.
St. Amand backs it into turn 1.
Oh, beautiful. How's this for redemption from not being able to compete in the heat, starting on the second row and now taking the lead.
Geez, Denstead almost looked offended there when he got past. I can almost see the look on his face. So St. Amand, Denstead, Oros, I think your top 3 right now. I think that's Boudreau in 4th, followed by Thompson.
Like, the speed on the back straightaway, these guys are hauling the mail. Like, the camera kind of takes a few mile an hour out of it. These guys are really going fast. Check him out, man. St. Amand is flying right now.
Yeah, he is hooked up and going for bear here, I think. So good battle now starting to shape up for that second position as Oros moves just a little bit closer to that 91 machine.
Turn 1's really starting to get rubbered in. So St. Amand, look at that. Wow. That's the best I've seen him ride in a while here. He's just gelling right now, and the battle for second is pretty hot as well. Let's see if Adrian can hang on and get the W.
I want to throw out a word, Brian, motivated. He's back there on row 2, and I think he wants to be at the front of the pack. And look at him back it into turn 1.
Denstead.
Oh, we got a rider down. Rider going down in 1 and 2. That's, I believe, Denstead.
He just spun that thing right around. So
look at that. I think he's kept it running, Brian.
Hold on a sec here. What do we got? We got Oros. Yeah, Denstead. He was in the mix hard, and
here comes a replay. Brian goes into that corner, and the back end just comes around. So a little bit of slickness happening on that track. I mean, as far as crashes go, it doesn't get much lighter. That's good.
He wanted it.
Yeah, there'll be some raspberries under those leathers later on, though. So white flag is out.
St. Amand. 93's hanging on. That's Oros. Eric Oros.
Oh, Boudreau made it close on that last lap, Brian.
Yeah, he did.
St. Amand grabs a win. Now, I think Oros got a little mixed up there when Denstead went down, and that allowed Boudreau to close that gap. He made it really close. So, top 3. St. Amand takes the victory. Then it's Oros and Boudreau, but Boudreau making it a lot closer than we thought he would.
Good to see Denstead get up and complete the race. So there is Adrian St. Amand got the checkered flag. Well, that's awesome. His dad, Mark, road racer, and then also did flat track. Spinning the wrenches there. And Adrian is a great interview. He's been at this for quite a while, since just a little guy, and started to grow up into his mid-adolescence now. He's putting on some height, that's for sure, and some speed, because geez, he was awesome in that race. And the track's starting to get a lot more racy. There's a blue groove now. We are in for a treat. We get these next finals for the expert races. But right now we got some of the little guys. Looks like we've got the 85s online. Is the number 8 of Liam Kasky. 58 Caleb Hunt, and the 70 of Seth Little.
Three absolutely different bikes, Brian.
Yeah, two strokes. We got a 65 Yami there on the 58. Gets a good start over the two-stroke Cowie, but it's the 154-stroke Honda of Kasky that gets the whole shot.
So Hunt trying his best to stay ahead of Seth Little here on that smaller bike as Kasky tries to check out on the other two.
He really is, and I'm loving the 65 right here. Yamaha against the 85 Kawasaki.
Look at that tuck by Little. that worked for him as he dives into turn 3.
Yeah, that's awesome. These guys are also going pretty darn quick.
Now, there's no shortage of speed or talent with these little guys.
Yeah, for sure.
So Kasky now...
There's the tuck for Little, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
That's awesome.
Yeah, well, you know what? Kasky's doing the same thing now on the front straightaway, so monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
There's a good shot, a little too that tuck. Poor Caleb Hunt just under-ponied there, trying his best to catch a draft, I guess, if anything else. Hunt doing a really good tuck on that back straightaway now, too.
Pretty respectable. Looks like he's racing against the 450.
Oh, absolutely. He's going to have a hand down on that front fork soon, Brian.
Nice composure for Little as he gets into his tuck, and Caleb Hunt. This kid's got charisma, and he's got some pretty good throttle control in that little YZ65. He's hauling.
Yeah.
Make no mistake about it, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are going fast.
They certainly are.
3 8-mile track. They got a little bit more straightaway to stretch it out.
So Kasky just coming out of corner 4. He's going to take the checkered flag. Great run by him.
Yeah.
Good start paid off for him.
Yes.
Little holds on for second, and geez, Caleb Hunt did everything he did back there in third. And we're just going to take a quick break, and then we'll welcome you guys back to Humberstone Speedway.
Faster than a redneck. The ability to turn right is a big one.
Oh, what is he doing?
Wow.
There it is. Whoa. Ah. This thing's over.
Suck it, you hit.
Here they come down the stretch, and it looks like Camaro! Another victory for the Rednecks.
Shocker.
Woo, yeah!
For generations, race fans have wondered which is faster, American muscle or imports. So on a stretch of winding asphalt, we issue the challenge. I'm John Reeve, and this is my mullet mafia. We say good old American muscle can beat imports any day. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is, with 3 rounds of racing and 10 grand at stake. All you gotta prove is...
I am the future, and I am now.
How about winning Daytona?
I am a face you may not know, with a number you may not know.
Ross Chastain back on Algar.
But you will. Trust me, you will. I am going to make sure my name will be the one you'll remember forever. I am the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I am NASCAR. I am here and now. Where stories you pass down are born. I am where drivers become legends. And legends become the new kings. I'm where nothing's impossible. Even a champion rising again in Phoenix. I'm moving forward. And if you really try, you can catch me. I am NASCAR.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Humberstone Racing. Todd Valley, Brian Cosper in the booth. Humberstone Speedway. That's an open intermediate on track right now. And this is a 12-lap final, Todd. This is going to be a doozy.
Yeah, keep your eyes open for our heat race winners. You're going to want to watch for the 11T of Taya Little, the 290 of Logan Wilson, and of course the 13 of Boyd Dedman. As we get ready to go green here, Brian.
Dedman's been getting great starts, but doesn't look like he's quite got the lead now. He's second place.
I think that might be Tyler Brown. I think Dedman, yeah, no, all part of the hole shot. Remember we had that talk.
Yeah, the whole lap is the hole shot, so he wastes no time of getting up front, showing those boys a little bit of roost. And it does look like, is that Brown in second?
Tyler Brown, I think, had that lead briefly, yeah. Getting a little harder to see the numbers under the lights here, so we'll have to try and pick out leathers and stuff. But I think that's Brown back there in second. Quite a pack back there for fifth, sixth.
Yeah, for sure Brown, and then it's the
Jeff Oros. Jeff Oros on the 31. Now looking underneath Brown as they go into one.
Nice move by Oros, staying low. Brown goes way up into the rhubarb.
Oh, geez, he just got passed by the freight train.
And Taya Little there, she's bar to bar with that Roderick Scott on the 909.
Oh yeah, wearing those leathers that you like.
Yeah, he's got the flag on there, but Taya Little on the Suzuki into third. She loves beating these guys, and I tell you, she does it on the regular. So she's in a podium position right now. Roderick Scott's gonna have a thing or two to say about that.
So Oro's now starting to creep up a little closer to our leader, Boyd Dedman.
Oh, and there's some contact. He's a little bit of shove in there. Taya Little goes wide and opens it up for a whole host of other riders to get a little peek there at that third place position, Todd. Great racing intermediate over.
Yeah, she did not back out of it one bit though, Brian. She doesn't take any crap from these young men.
So, she is a little thing.
Oh, we got Ryder down.
Oh no, is that Brown?
No, I think that's, is it 19? Is that Trudell? Philippe Trudell, I believe. Down there just between 3 and 4.
Yeah, he looks.
Just try and watch a replay here, Brian. Oh yeah, Trudell gets into the side of Scott, and that's going to hurt in the morning.
Oh, and his bike's still littered out in the middle of the track. There's a red flag. Wouldn't mind a little peek at that again, actually. There's nothing worse for a motorcycle racer to get the front end into another bike's rear end.
That's
usually, I mean, if you can save that, that's pretty epic, because usually it results in a big get-off.
Well, we saw Adrian St. Amand saved it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right.
I have one in the memory bank. It cost my son 13 broken bones in his foot doing that. So it doesn't usually end well. You're correct.
Ooh, that smarts.
Oh, I think that hurt. Well, I was going to say it hurt right away, but adrenaline's a crazy drug.
You know, bench racing, sometimes I over-exaggerate and think, I don't think there's a way you could fall off a motorcycle that I haven't done.
Yeah.
I'm sure there is, but...
So just with this quick break, we're just going to throw it to a quick commercial here, I think, Brian.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Stick with us. We got some more superb action coming up. We just missed the restart. We got Jeff Oros out front on the 31 and Boyd Dedman right there on the 13. He's looking way up and around, trying to get back to his patented victory position. Todd, this would be a big upset if Oros can hang on to the end.
Oros looks hungry tonight, Brian. He made that pass with conviction.
Yeah.
And this is unknown territory for Dedman in the past few weeks.
Check out Taya Little, Todd on the 11T on the Suzuki. She's all over Roderick Scott. We saw them having a wicked battle before the restart. Now Little trying to get Scott, loses a position there to the 74.
That's Justin Crum.
Yeah, Crum looking good tonight for sure. And out front, it is
2 laps to go for our leader, Oros. Once again, you can see Dedman looking way, way down the track. I guess usually he's looking down a blank track, an empty track. He's not going to like the fact that Oros is in the picture now, Brian.
Let's see what racecraft he can pull out of his helmet as Taya Little
hard into turn 3, pulling up alongside Rod Scott.
Awesome. Check her out on the outside, but
Wilson now trying to get into the mix.
Oh, man. Let's see if she can get her front wheel inside Wilson. She lost some ground there. Sometimes when you're getting aggressive, you lose your defense on your offense and ends up working against you. So right now, the checkered flag is out, and it's going to be Oros. Jeff Oros takes the intermediate win.
So Oro's followed by Dedman, and then I believe Rod Scott got third. But wow, fantastic racing once again throughout this whole field, Brian. And yeah, it's unfortunate we missed the pass, but Oro's just made a tremendous move, and he did it with authority. I think he caught Dedman by surprise.
Check out his front fender. It's flopping around there, and he feels it. He knows it. And, luckily, it didn't affect him from taking the win.
No. Well, that would set him up perfectly for the quarters, I think, the way that's bent right now.
That's a special aero package.
Yeah. So, good on Oro's. Of course, Oro's the former Speedway ace. Got out of it for a long time, and then now he's joined us back here basically on that 450 machine. And doesn't look like he's lost a step at all.
Yeah, you got that right, Todd. That was good. That was good. So that's going to get Boyd Dedman just a little more hungry. That's all I can say. And here's our open expert points right now. We've got Hunter Bauer out front, then Don Taylor, Dustin Brown, Brody Buckins here tonight, Doug Lawrence, Clayton Isherwood, Dave Pouliot, who's not here, Chris Evans not here, Tyler Seguin here, and Brandon Seguin's here. So that's our points, but it's going to be a big shakeup after tonight.
Yeah, it sounded like you were calling roll call in class there.
I was like, hurry up.
Don Taylor, present. Hunter Bauer, not present. So, yeah, look for a good race. We saw Brody on that 49 machine taking one of the victories, and, of course, Dustin Brown taking the other heat race. So here comes the expected showdown between these two guys on the actual open class machinery. Mayor and Ted on the 112 is going to join them on the front row. Donnie Taylor, no surprise, on that number 9 machine. He's also on the front row. He's going way down to the inside. Brandon Seguin going to squeeze in between Marin Tet and Buchan, I believe. And then we got Tyler Seguin coming up to the outside of the track. So I guess, I mean, he had the last pick on the front row. He didn't have a choice. But his thought process here, Brian, is he's going to ride around the outside everybody when they bottle up in turn 1.
Could be. And we had some fast customers. The 112 Meritet has been on the pipe all night long. So Todd, yeah, some good talent here. We've got 10 riders, all experts, some seasoned experts. 20-lap final. Woo, ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. We got ourselves a flat track race. And it goes green, Todd.
Dustin Brown, perfect launch on that number 1 Kurt Eager racing machine. But we got Taylor and Seguin hot in tow. Brandon Seguin in the mix as well. I'm looking for the 49 of Buchan to see where he got shuffled to.
Looks like Seguin just gave Taylor a tap on the back there, coming down the front straightaway into turn number 1, following the pack through.
Seguin looking
nice.
Oh, he's got a good drive off of 2. He looks on the inside of 3, side by side with Taylor.
Beautiful. Let's see if Seguin can hold on. Taylor does not like getting passed by the 22, and the 22 does it with some fine style and a little bit of authority there, holding the line nicely. I'm liking that offense slash defense all worked into one for the 22. Tyler Seguin on the Honda looking good. Brown out front. Taylor not giving up. And then this looks like, is that Maritat in form? Yes, it is. The 112 having a solid night, Todd, and the 5th place rider going way wide.
Yeah, Marin Ted impressing me tonight on the clay here. Starting to come to terms with these clay surfaces for sure. You know what? This battle going on behind Brown is really helping that number 1 bike start to get a little real estate between him and that 2nd and 3rd place rider.
Yeah, 100%. And you can see the 9 of Taylor. Man, we just lost that crossover there. Let's see if... Oh, he's going both ways right now. He's getting into the head of Seguin for sure. Seguin just needs to block him out and hold that line. I'm liking Don Taylor trying all different lines, Todd. He's outside, he's inside, and there he's got a good groove there. Oh, the Yamaha 450's a fast bike, but so's that Honda. I think that was all line choice. But look at that, Seguin gets him as... check out Taylor going way out in the soft stuff.
Yeah, he was checking out the corn, I think, down there in 3 and 4. But what a battle going on between the number 9 and the number 22. 2 former Canadian champions going at it.
Looked like Seguin just lost his focus a little bit coming into 1. Now he is on the outside to kind of switch roles here. Taylor in 2nd. Great racing all throughout the pack, but this is the one that matters.
Brody Buchan right now suffering from a poor start, and it's unfortunate we don't have him in the mix right here. He's stuck that back there in 5th place, I believe, behind Marin Ted. But yeah, we've got Taylor now edging a little bit closer to Brown, Brian, as they head down that back straightaway.
This is a long race, Todd, so there's a lot of laps to go.
He's within about 3 bike lengths on the exit of 4 here. So Taylor has possibly got something in the tank.
So Marintet has got Buchan right behind him. That is the battle for 4th right now with Buchan in 5th. But you are right. Don Taylor just a bike length adrift of our multi-time champion there, the number 1 of one-time champion Dustin Brown, just 17, 18 years of age right now. He's looking solid.
And we're only halfway, Brian. We still we've got 9.5 laps to go. Seguin, now he looks like he's going to try the high line in 3 and 4. He's trying to cross over and come underneath. Taylor had a bit of a glance there, wondering where Tyler was.
So Brown right now has to really focus on his line.
Donnie Taylor making the move on the exit of 2.
On the
new leader. And now Seguin's in the mix.
On the DTX bike as well, getting by the framer that Brown's on. And now Seguin does that cut down, following Don Taylor. Oh!
Dustin Brown glancing off the wall.
Ooh. Oh no, and Seguin is down, Todd. Oh, what a bummer. Seguin is having such a solid ride. Let's just hope it's nothing major.
Yeah, looking at that right hand.
Oh no, and when a rider like him holds the hand, there's no fooling around. So, you know, that's
unfortunate. He was
yeah, man.
He was right in the mix.
Shoot. Let's hope it's just initial shock there and he can shake that off.
We're going to see a replay here, I think, Ryan.
Yeah.
We were watching
here's the wall hit.
Dustin Brown bounce off the wall. We didn't see what happened to Tyler Seguin. He goes off into 1.
There he is.
Oh, it looks like the front end was tucking, Brian. I think he was pushing that front end and it just went away on him.
Low slide.
So he's
recognizing that hand virtually immediately.
Yeah, he's walking, but he's definitely holding on to that right wrist or hand.
He's always got great support from his family, his girlfriend. He got a beautiful little puppy, and let's just hope that he can get back out there and it's nothing broke.
So we had a whole bunch happen in that 1 lap. We had Donnie Taylor make the move for the lead on the exit of 2. Then we had Brown getting all mixed up as they exited 4, and he glanced off the wall. And then just a few feet later, we had Seguin go down in between 1 and 2. So, wow.
Scary moment for Brown. You could definitely see him roll out of it, eh?
Yeah, it's. I imagine that wall comes up on you pretty quick.
And I'm liking Seguin getting back on the bike. So let's just hope he can rejoin the race. That would just be ideal. We'll know if he's.
Well, they're trying to start it.
If he's going to head to the pits or if he's going to try and get back
I think
in
he's
there.
coming out, but unfortunately, he's going to be coming from the back.
Oh, what a warrior! Can he shake off that? Nah, I think he's. I think he's going back to the pits. Yeah. Oh, that sucks.
So I just heard, just overhearing some conversation on the radio, Brian, that number 1 and number 22 are both asking for 2 minutes. So I'm going to guess Dustin Brown has done something when he's glanced off the wall there.
Bent a foot peg?
Bent a foot peg. I'm wondering if he's maybe even a throttle tube. Maybe he's got a throttle stuck at this point.
Whoa.
So, but yeah, that was, I think, heavier contact with the wall than we actually thought. Of course, these other riders right now getting a little anxious. Tyler Seguin, we're wondering if he is going to rejoin us. I think looking across, he is still up on the berm of the track. He hasn't gone back to the trailer, so that's a good sign for us.
Yeah, definitely. Maritet having a great ride, holding off Buchan for lap after lap after lap there, Todd, just off of camera.
Yeah.
That was a wicked battle for 4th, and it was just awesome.
So here comes Brown. He's going again. But you're right. You know, Brian Marintet has impressed me tonight on this clay track. It's not really what he's used, what he's grown up racing. And he's obviously come to terms with it here tonight. He's having a fantastic night.
But how about Don Taylor, the veteran, just hanging in there? And it didn't look like it was going to happen for him. And he just kept persistent, and he made a great pass So here into the restart, Brown siphons into second place on that Kurt Beaker Honda. And Ryder's got to watch the green light, and there they go. Formation start. Is this a chance for Buchan to get back in the mix?
I would hope so.
Did Seguin make it back, Todd? I didn't notice.
Seguin made it back, but of
Sweet.
course he started on the back row. So Buchan now challenging Brown as they go into 3.
This is what we want to see, these two DTX fights. In the old days, they'd be, the framers would be favored over DTX, but the DTX have evolved so well. We've got...
Oh, look at the crossover move by Brown there. Started high, drops to the low, makes his way past the 49 machine of Buchan. Taylor is checking out as we speak.
Buchan's going to think twice if he plans to make a move on Brown. You know, Brown can go high, low, this way and that on this racetrack. And there is that Seguin that to work his way back into fourth?
That's Tyler Seguin.
Right.
Adrenaline is a crazy drug, isn't it? As he looks on the inside of Buchan.
Oh, what a move by Seguin. Busted up hand and all. And this is the corner he crashed in, so...
He's got the same memory that little guy did earlier, Caleb Hines.
You can't have a memory in this game. You got to block that out. This is a new day, a new lap, and he is in the third place. That is a good point and paid position. Everyone wants to get on the podium. Feeling a bit for Brody Buchan there on the 49. He was looking good after the restart, but Seguin just on a mission tonight, Todd.
So Taylor is checked out. I think Seguin still has a chance to get Brown here again.
Wow, wouldn't that be something again? Yeah. And you're right now. Don Taylor is a good 3 seconds ahead. Now this is the race for second. The 22 is Seguin. Couple of Hondas. The full framer on the number 1 of Dustin Brown and Tyler Seguin. Here he goes. That outside move, Todd, down. Can he do that cut under? Wow.
2 laps to go, Brian. 2 laps to go. The Seguin got it in him to make it past that reigning champion.
He's side by side. Can he get up beside him? What's the move? Stay on the outside or do the tuck under?
Oh, he's going down to the bottom here.
He's got to go quick. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're into the last lap. Oh, and Brown goes into the wall again, gets hung up in that soft stuff. So Seguin right now gets into second place.
Taylor going to take the victory, but the race of the night. Tyler Seguin on that 22 machine making his way past Dustin Brown. Holy cow, what a battle out there. Heck of a race here, Brian. Donnie Taylor taking the victory. Tyler Seguin after that rough get-off down there, and I'll be curious to see how he's feeling later on. But good on Donnie Taylor. You know he's got a smile on his face. We want to thank all you fans for joining us tonight on Fox Sports Racing and Flow Sports. Been a heck of a night of racing here, Brian.
Yeah.
And we look forward to doing it again. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for joining, everyone.